Hello friends, welcome to the Celtic Llama. We are going to be covering a viewer request on how to do the eyelet rose stitch pattern as a border. So that is what we're going to tackle in this video today. So to get started with your work, go ahead and whatever project you're trying to add a border to, grab it. Next, you're going to grab whatever color of yarn you want to end up using for your border. I'm just picking a contrasting pink to go with my darker pink because I thought it would show up well on video. Now go ahead and pick wherever you want to start. It does not really matter. I just decided that I wanted to kind of start at the top of my work versus the bottom of my work. But I don't want to start at the edge of my work. I kind of went 3 stitches in and decided to end up working there. I thought it would end up giving it a cleaner line. So kind of take that as advice if that's what you want to do. So we're going to slip stitch our yarn in and we're going to go ahead and start with row 1. So we are going to chain 1 and then we are going to single crochet into that same space. Then we're going to work the eyelet pattern just as followed, where you're going to chain 1, skip 1, and then single crochet into the next stitch. Now you're going to do this chain 1, skip 1 until you end up reaching the border. I tried to write out the pattern as well as possible, but I don't know, sometimes writing out patterns is a little bit confusing to me. So I think the audio and visual is going to do a better representation for how to do this. So again, we are just doing the single crochet, chain 1, single crochet until you end up getting to your corner stitch right here. So in this corner stitch, we are going to single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the same space, chain 1, and single crochet again into that same space, chaining 1. So that works one side, the corner side, and then starts us onto the side of our work. And then from there, what I ended up doing was deciding where I want my single crochet of the skip 1 and where I want a single crochet is. And you can kind of see when you have work like this is a single crocheted square, that you can kind of indicate where the lines are. So I use that as my guide of how to space out everything for the skipping a stitch versus single crocheting in it. And again, you're just going to end up working this all the way until you get to that corner. Once you've made it to the corner, again, we're going to do the same thing. We are going to single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, all in the same stitch, chaining 1, and then we're going to go back into that repeat of skipping 1, single crocheting in the next stitch, chaining 1, and again, just do this until you end up getting all the way back to the beginning of your border. So here we are coming at the end. We are working the last corner. And then right here, we're going to skip that stitch, just like always, chain 1, and then we're going to join with a slip stitch into our first single crochet, and that kind of gives us a nice edge. Then to start off row 2, you are going to slip stitch into the next chain 1 space, and that helps us have another, again, nice consistent transition between rows. So for this, you are going to start off by chaining 4. That counts as our first double crochet plus chain 1. And then you're going to work the repeat of chaining 1. You're going to work the repeat of working a double crochet in each of the chain 1 spaces from the row below, followed by chaining 1. So it's a double crochet into the chain 1 space, chain 1. Double crochet into the chain 1 space, chain 1. And then we end up at our corner. So in the chain 1 space from the row below, you're going to double crochet into that 1 space. Then you're going to chain 1 and work a second double crochet into that same chain space from the row below that you just worked. Then you're going to obviously do your chain 1, and then you're going to repeat that in the next chain 1 space. So 1 double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1 into the same space, and that'll end up giving our transition for the corner. Then you just work the sides just like usual of chaining 1, double crocheting in the chain 1 space from the row below, and just keep doing that. So double crocheting, chain 1, double crochet into that chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet into that chain 1 space, chain 1, and do it one more time. And again, I'll show you the border one last time. So here we are at the border. You can kind of see where this corner is at. Very easy to notice. So in this space, we're going to work a double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet again. So that's 2 double crochets in that chain 1 space. Then you're going to repeat that again. And one more time. So there'll be 4 double crochets on the corners to help give you the transition transition into the next row, so you have a nice smooth border that'll end up laying flat. So here we are finishing off row 2 with our double crochet chain 1, and you can see I'm working here on the last little border. Not too difficult. Once you have finished your last double crochet chain 1, go ahead and join it again with a slip stitch right at the 4th chain that you ended up doing to start off this project, because that counts as your chain 1 from the beginning of the work. So as you can see here, the edges are laying flat. It looks pretty okay, but let's go ahead and give it that last finesse that the last 2 rows will end up doing. So to start off with row 3, since we had ended up joining with a slip stitch right at a chain area, we don't need to worry about it this time around. So we're going to start off by chaining 1 and single crocheting into that chain 1 space from the row below. Then you're going to chain 1 and single crochet into the next chain 1 space from the row below. And by now you've got the flow of it. We are going to keep repeating this until we end up getting to our corner. So once we reach our corner, we see our 4 double crochets right here. So what you're going to end up doing is in this first space, you are going to single crochet and chain 1 and move on to the next one. In this chain 1 space, you are going to work a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet, chain 1 all in the same space. So you're working 3 single crochets into that one corner. Then after that, everything again is just 1 single crochet, chain 1. So the border, in order to get the transition on the corner for this row 3, you are just going to be working again your 3 single crochets like you have before. I don't know why I keep saying the wrong stitch. So here's the corner again. We see our 4 double crochets from the row below, single crochet into that chain 1 space, move on to the next one, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet, chain 1 all in the same stitch. Then we move on to just doing our usual of single crocheting chain 1 into the chain spaces from the row below. Repeat this until you get to the end, and you will end up joining with a slip stitch. So you can see everything is laying flat, looking gorgeous. So let's go ahead and finish this border with row 4. Now row 4, you're going to start off by slip stitching into the next chain 1 space. This again is just so we have a nice clean start. You are going to chain 1 and you're going to single crochet into that same space. Then you are going to chain 1 and single crochet into the next chain 1 space from the row below. Again, you're going to repeat this until you end up getting to the corner. So it's going to be single crochet in that chain 1 space, chain 1, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, chain 1. So we are coming up, this is the last one, and here we are at the corner. So what you want to end up doing is in the next chain 1 space, you're going to work a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the same space followed by a chain 1. Then in the next chain 1 space from the row below, you're going to do the same thing. So you're going to be working 2 single crochet chain 1s in that space. Then you're just going to keep going like you have business as usual. You are going to be single crocheting in the chain 1 space, chain 1, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, chain 1. And you get the idea from here, but once you get the flow of doing this border, it actually flows really quickly. I was really surprised by how fast this ended up going. So we are going to go ahead and I'm going to show you one more time how to do the corner. We are coming up on it. You can see the 3 single crochets from the row below that form the last corner. So it is going to be a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet again in the same space, chain 1. Then you're going to do again a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1 in the next corner space area. I hope I am saying this right. And that again is going to end up giving you that nice border curve edge that should make your work lay flat. So let's just jump to the end. And here we are just finishing off with our last single crochet, chain 1, and then you're going to join with a slip stitch, fasten off your work, and sew in your loose ends, and that is how you end up doing the eyelet rose border. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider giving it a like, and if you're new to the crafting channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I do make crafting videos, not as often as I used to, but I think I'm going to get back into it because I miss it. Well, I hope this ended up helping you. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next crafting video. Bye for now.